this year we've actually had the honor of adding Miss Battle to our advisory as well, so she's going to say a couple things too.
Yeah, I'll kick it off. Hi, Charlotte.
Hi.
I'll keep it brief so Ms. Messenger can give you the proper introduction that you deserve. But I want to wish you good luck with a few words of my own. So first of all, you have a loyal pack of friends and supporters in front of you today. Nerves coming up here are natural, but we've all got your back.
Thank you.
I've seen you show a dedication and a respect for your role as a counselor through your intentional preparation for this talk today. You will captivate the audience just as you do when sharing one of your "this couldn't have happened to anyone but Charlotte" stories at advisory lunch. We are on the edge of our seats. Charlotte, I can't wait to laugh out loud with you for the rest of the year, and I just hope you finally find a way to play Just Dance. Knock 'em dead.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to do my best not to cry. It's an honor to be standing here today to introduce a gal who needs no introduction to many of you. Charlotte, along with our other elder stateswoman, Emma Bell, is one of my first 4-year advisees. So not only has Charlotte been here as long as me, she has really blossomed from a tentative freshman to a confident senior. Charlotte is someone who has always had a special place in my heart, not just as an advisee, but a 4-year swimmer, a former junior RA and current advisor, and a dorm patron when we were living the perk life. The first day I met her is emblazoned in my mind as we ran around campus with our advisory doing a scavenger hunt, and Charlotte was proudly sporting a KFC extra large t-shirt. I knew right off the bat that this was someone who not only had great taste and style, but an excellent sense of humor. This has remained consistent throughout her time at VES. No matter what life has thrown at her, she has handled it gracefully and has been able to make a joke about it. I mean, how many other people can be left by their coach outside the pool in the middle of winter with wet hair and totally crack a joke when I went to pick her up? Not many. And Charlotte, I really am still so sorry that I left you. But jokes aside, one of the reasons that so many people know and love our Charlotte is because she has a depth to her soul that endears her to others. Whenever someone needs a listening ear, a warm heart, or a sharp mind to help them with their own problems, many turn to Charlotte. It makes sense. She has had many ups and downs in her own life, but she never lets that be the center of the conversation. Charlotte uses her intelligence and experience to help her be an empathetic teammate, the partner you want in a group project, and a leader by example around campus. She can often be seen encouraging others to work harder or to get through a tough moment in a quietly supportive way. The ability to do this comes from Charlotte's own sense of personal diligence. Determination and commitment commitment to task are words that easily spring to mind when thinking about what to tell you all about Charlotte. Whether it's staying after practice to learn how to do better butterfly because no one else wanted to swim it and Charlotte enjoyed it, or waking up at 5 a.m. to do more studying for her tests and quizzes, even though she already spent the night before preparing herself for them. Her diligent mindset makes her one of the first to show up for events and the last to leave after cleaning up. These traits have and will continue to carry you far in life. As I turn this over to our star to kick off the counselor talks for the 2021 school year, I want to leave you all with the knowledge that no matter what stories or memories Charlotte shares with us today, 1, she's bravely volunteered to go first, which is scary. 2, she's worked hard to make her speech for you all as uniquely Charlotte as it can be. And 3, I am confident that when she leaves our VES family, she will continue to shine brightly as she has future adventures. She will remain trustworthy and encouraging friend, and hopefully she'll be a calmer test taker. But above all, she will be so missed by me, our advisory, and the school for the impact she has made on so many of our lives. Knock 'em dead.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Messenger and Ms. Battle, for your kind words. Amy and I are so glad that we got to be a part of some of the most exciting times of your life. Ms. Messenger, I'm so happy that we've been a part of life through some pretty huge milestones, from hearing about your boyfriend, to seeing engagement photos and wedding dresses, to finally your first baby. We love you and appreciate you tons. Hi, y'all. I'm Charlotte King, and I'm from Spartanburg, South Carolina. And I've spent the last 3 years of my life at VES. But this morning, I'm going to tell you a story just about one of those days in those 3 years. On March 13th, 2021, I made the worst decision of my life. That week, my friends and I signed up for what we thought was just a friendly game of assassins. We showed up to the gym, got our clothespins, and each a little freshman to hunt down. After about an hour and a half of strolling around blocks, taking those little clothespins off of people's shoulders, we gave up and headed to the field hockey field in search of our next victims. When we arrived, two things caught my eye. One, the small group of freshmen staring at us, and two, the giant black tire leaning against Van Every. Out of pure boredom, we somehow gravitated toward the tire. After pushing it back and forth for about a minute, we came to the consensus that someone had to get in. I'm not quite sure how it was decided that I should get in the tire. Maybe I volunteered, maybe I was persuaded, who knows. But I managed to wedge myself in there with all four limbs sticking out. All of a sudden, it started moving. I was flying, seeing things, experiencing nausea, vertigo, and all the things you shouldn't be feeling on a VES Saturday night. After traveling about half a field hockey field, it started to slow, and right then and there, it stopped and tipped over. I knew exactly what had just happened, and so did my friends, because all their laughs and giggles vanished. The tire was pulled off me to not only find my arm bent and on the wrong places, but me with a single teardrop coming down my face. By this point, I was surrounded by not only my friends, but the freshmen too, and before I knew it, my pin was snagged from my shirt by a freshman boy whose name I can't remember because I was in so much pain. My lovely friends David and Luke ran to get me ice and Miss Burton, just who I needed in my time of need. And after a long, sleepless, Advil-filled night and then a quick, painless doctor's appointment, I returned to campus with a good story, no pride, and an oversized hot pink cast which remained a large part of my life for the next few months. So why tell you my embarrassing sob story? Well, my whole life I have been motivated by one thing, fear. Fear can be good and bad. It can be both your greatest strength and your greatest weakness. And we tend to run away from those things that scare us, whether it's our parents, nurses, or Mr. Button. But my philosophy is, don't run away from those things. It's funny to think how these fears that we can develop as children and young adults can set us up on our path for the rest of our lives. But we can change that. Trust me, I've had my fair share of horrifying and embarrassing experiences, from trying the 100 fly during a swim meet and literally drowning, and out of the corner of my eye watching Miss Messenger take off her shoes in preparation to save me. Or the one time the school thought I had COVID and the nurse looked like she was straight from a horror movie in her hazmat suit. But as cliche as it is, face your fears. I successfully completed the 100 fly by the end of that student season, and I finally talked to the nurses again 2 months after my return to campus. Some of you may be thinking, why would I need to go out of my comfort zone? If you are comfortable, where's all the excitement and unpredictability? The thing is, I couldn't let myself be a failure or disappointment to others when I didn't finish the race, or show up to get meds when I needed them. So I had to bounce back, and you can't rely on anyone else to face your fears for you. My goal for this school year is to face all my VES fears, because doing this will not only allow me to get more done and become a better version of myself, but will prepare me for the real world and my future ahead. I have yet to conquer my fear of the tractor tire, but one day this year you will see me rolling around campus, no broken limbs, and only a smile on my face. So my message to you all is to not let your fears hold you back, but to let them be the fuel behind your success. To Jane, Louise, David, and Luke, thank you for pushing the tire and being there for me when I needed the most. You've all really made my VES experience worthwhile. To Emma, Pearson, and Thomas, I'm sorry y'all didn't get to see my downfall, but at least you got to see the video. Love y'all tons. To my roommate Walker, sorry for reading this to you 100 times, and thank you for trying to be as clean as you possibly can. To the VES community, thank you for always continuing to put a smile on my face and for being yourselves. To my siblings, thank you for all the nicknames and bites that have really shaped me for who I am. And to my parents, I'm sorry I left the nest too early. But you have been the biggest cheerleaders, and I cannot thank you enough for all you do. Seniors, we have 235 days till graduation. Thank you. Oh, thank you. That was it.